I posted this chart an hour before this move happened here on Twitter, time-stamped today, 10:52. This chart for the NASDAQ. Posted it on Twitter, and well, guess what happened? It played out perfectly. I'm going to talk about this setup, talk about the overall trades today for Mega Money Mondays, and kind of what I've been noticing with the ES, why I'm trading the ES, and also a little update on Top Step here as well. Getting the week started in the green. We're up $5,000 on the day. Let's go. What's going on, guys? As you can see right here, this is the NASDAQ chart, the 15-minute chart. This was what I drew. This is what I talked about on the live stream, this idea of moving down here to this yellow line. And it played out exactly like we thought it would. You can actually see, so if we rewind here, I drew this line, and basically it was right down there. So it played out exactly like we thought it would. And well, that's how it goes. But why did I think that would happen? Well, let's think about this. All right. If we just get rid of this, pretty simple move here. Right. All right. Look, we get stuck here. We get stuck here. We get stuck here. Resistance. Well, guess what? Where's the next probable idea here? Well, it's pretty probable to kind of retest those lows. And you can also see, if you look across here, well, look at that. That 340 level there being support as well. That's from the Friday low. So just zoom out, guys. Look at the bigger picture. Zoom out. Get an idea of where these levels are. We pushed up here earlier. We kind of broke out over that 60 area for a second and then dipped right back down. I know there's a lot on the chart right here, but I would say one of your easiest ways to kind of figure out, should I get short, should I get long, is draw a line just like that and then rip down in the sound and then, or right down there, right? Not hard, not rocket science, not crazy, just nice and easy. And then you can see right here, this was my entry at the 4,525s. We had a little push back up. I was like, no, I like that 10 level. We're going to hit that 10 level. And then I take profit down here in the 11, 10 level and locked it down here today. On the day in this account, you can see locking in $5,521. So a really kind of nice little short opportunity to the downside there. We did have one loser. I don't know why it says number of losers. I don't know. Tradeovate does weird stuff, but we are still trading in the Tradeovate account for a couple of the Express Fund accounts that I have. And then I'm also trading in the Quant Tower account as well. So today, locking down $5,521 in this account. And that setup for me was really just a nice, easy setup here. We pushed up here. Same idea, right? Like, we're going to put our resistance right there. We're going to put our trend line right there. These three candles, 3-minute candles, trend line. All right. Now, why did I think this is a reversal area? Let's look at this. Let's go just like this and zoom across. Well, guess what? We have this kind of previous level there at the 29s right there. So through there, if we look back at Friday, 29 level resistance there. And then also, we talked about this on the 15-minute chart with the ES today with the Fibonacci's. Check this out. This is something we talked about as well pre-market before. There's the Fibonacci's at that 0.5 level. So I was thinking, okay, there's a good chance at open we push up, we get denied at that 0.5 area after that big sell-off on Friday, right? So we get that big sell-off on Friday. The price action kind of held here overnight. So we're thinking we get a little pushback up into this 0.5 area on the Fibonacci's, and then we get that pullback. And that's exactly what we got. So we got the pullback after open, and we got that breakdown. And for me, the reason I was targeting that 10 level was basically that previous area of resistance across there being, you know, resistance there at 10, 10, resistance is basically across there. Seeing if we could pull back into that previous resistance area, turn that into support. And there's that big rip up from the 13s up there to the 30s. So we saw that setup, very simple setup here, 3-minute chart. You know, even if we get rid of all these indicators, you can see pretty easily. Okay, look, like I said, basically, if we break below 22, which is the low of this candle, I really like this setups lately on the ES is, okay, if we break below 22 here, what do we think is going to happen? Well, there's the VWAP. So that's about a 6-point move down there to the VWAP. You know, not rocket science. And then there's that 10 level. And guess what? We hit the 10 level. So I think this is a really good kind of way to look at it in terms of where you should be entering. You know, should you be shorting? Now, think about it like this. We have this push up, right? We get this push up. I was actually short from the 25s because we broke through right here on this little pullback. But if we're going to bounce, like if we're bullish, where are we going to bounce at? Well, we're probably going to bounce here, right? Like this is our bounce area for a pullback and then a pushback up. If we fail, you know, right there, if we fail 22, well, where's our pullback from there? Like where's our next bounce area? Well, VWAP. So we know that if 22 breaks right there, 22, if it breaks, well, there's probably a good chance that we see VWAP. And then we know that there's that previous resistance. Really, I think the best thing to really kind of focus on here, if you're a new day trader, you're an experienced day trader, whatever it is just kind of look at all these certain levels, right? We know there's resistance. We know there's just stuff going on there. Like we have that one little right there. Like I'm pretty much always kind of looking at these pullback, these level areas, and just basically thinking, like, okay, look, you know, if we pull back through there, like where's our next level? I don't really draw lines across every level just because I can kind of see it, but just for this demonstration purpose, what's interesting is you can see, you know, okay, that area earlier in the morning was resistance. We broke above it. We pushed up. Now we turned this area, the 16s, into support. Well, we push off that 16 level at open. We push off the level 16 at open up here into the 22s. Okay, perfect. Now we can see that there's support there at 22s. We see there's resistance there. If you draw these lines on the chart, if you focus on these levels, it's very easy to see where the ES can possibly go. All right, it's like, okay, if we break here at 22, like what's the most probable idea? Like where's the most probable spot for this to pull back to? Well, probably previous area of support or resistance. That would be like the 18 level. We did kind of pull back into that 18 level and bounce for a second there. But in general, you know, there's our next support level at the VWAP there. So at that point, it's like, okay, if we lose this support, well, where do we go next? We go to 11s. And what I liked about this as well is look at how we pushed up. We turned this 22 area into what? Resistance after it was support earlier. So 22s was support here. Then it turned into resistance. So for a short opportunity, you're like, okay, I can short right there. Beautiful. All you got to do is really just look at these levels, guys, especially for the ES. The ES really likes to kind of push, retest levels, bounce, retest levels, bounce. And you can actually see here, like if we draw this across, kind of see, pretty clear to see, you know, like where are the levels at? We push up, we break, we pull back, we push up, we pull back. And then what's funny is look at this move back down. On this move back down, where do we end up at? Pretty much at this level from earlier, there at the 14, 15s, into that level there. So it's like ding, 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 hitting those levels. It's not rocket science. You know, it's not rocket science by any means. Like, don't overcomplicate it. It's that simple. Like right now, look, guess where we got stuck at? At that previous high area. So what's the best kind of outcome here? Probably pull back to 22s. It's like you're just basically thinking that the market's basically moving up, down. Okay, it broke that level. Now it's down to this level, back up to this level, down to this level again. It broke that. It pulled to this level. It then pushed up, turned that into support, bing, got through there. It's just like a constant wave, right? The market's just moving up, down. I mean, not the best drawing there, but you can see, you know, pretty much every time we push up, we pull back. 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 And then when we push up on a pullback, like when we're going down, we still push up. And then guess what? We pull back. Like we push up to resistance, we turn in resistance, we push back, and we're just bouncing off these levels. So if you're having trouble kind of figuring out like, oh, where should I enter? Where should I exit? Just kind of look and draw these lines across the chart, get an idea where those levels are. The market loves to kind of retest, push, break out, retest, you know, and kind of make these moves basically just like stair stepping, moving up, moving down, moving up, moving down, moving up, moving down. So there it is. Mega Money Mondays. Hopefully that helps you guys understand kind of what I'm looking at. If I'm looking for a level to break, if we break below like here, 22, well, it's like, hey, I'm thinking we're going to move down. Like look at the body of this candle, right? Like if we break through here at 22, well, where can we go? Like we're not going to just like stop here at 20, right? Like we're not going to stop there at 20. We're going to go down here, 18s, 16s. We're not going to just magic like, you know, sure, like maybe we're going to magically stop there. But in general, like if we lose a key level, like we're probably going to move down to that next key level. Market's constantly kind of up, down, up, down, up, down. So there it is. Mega Money Mondays. Tune in 9:15 a.m. Everybody's winning. We're all just a lot of winning going on. So if you guys haven't already hit that like button, you know what to do. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Turbo Tuesdays. Peace to the Middle East.